It's time for Dragonflight's last Mythic Plus hurrah, Season 4's The Great Push, where we'll be finding out which team will cruise into the war within Season 1 as the TGP champions. And with some much needed adjustments to the rules and many excellent teams, this season's competition could be the best we've seen so far. So, let's take a quick dive into the rule changes. Teams are now required to run with 1 tank, 1 healer, and 3 DPS at all times. This means no more 1 tank, 4 DPS runs. We'd be willing to bet healers are happy about this one. Instead of starting with 4 dungeons, now only 3 will be available to the competitors on day 1. Teams will be provided with a 4th and 5th dungeon on day 2 and 6th on day 3. This change should make day 1 more interesting as teams can start pushing their keys much faster instead of preparing for all 4 dungeons. So, with these changes in mind, let's dive into the teams waiting for us in the Group A weekend. And let me tell you, it is going to be an unreal series with a stacked competition. Reigning Champions Mandatory certainly made the Proving Grounds exciting, as they claimed rank 1 a mere 2 minutes before the Proving Grounds ended. Skylarked, Mode, Maystine, Stove, and newest member, Hopeful, who played in Team Legendary in Dragonflight Season 3, looked to be in excellent form as they swept in and took over the first seed. If Mode and Hopeful's reactions to Sanguine Brackenhide are anything to go by, this particular dungeon and affix combo were pure torture for Mandatory. Luckily for the squad, they managed to get their plus 21 Brackenhide done in 33 minutes and 20 seconds, followed by a 26 minute and 23 second Ruby Life Pools at plus 21, which put Mandatory at rank 1 with a total time of 59 minutes and 44 seconds. Heading into Group A weekend, expectations for Mandatory are at an all-time high, and we're sure that Mandatory want to improve upon their last TGP performance in Season 2, where they landed in last place during Finals weekend after a rough series. We are certain that the team will do everything in their power to right the wrongs of Season 2 and finish the expansion as the TGP champions of Dragonflight. We'll just have to see if Team Mandatory can withstand the pressure. Get your Pedros ready for this team. Pedros Per Hour is our first NA team making it into the group weekend, settling into 4th after the Proving Grounds. This group brings us some big names and a huge comeback. After taking a break since Shadowlands Season 2, we finally see I'm Fired Up back in the chair. He teams up with Yoda, fondly known as the Mythic Plus guy, who formerly played in Does the Bear Stream, Sanghelios, a raider in Liquid, Drogo, who played in The Last Hope in Season 3, and EU Edition and MDI champion, Crims, who you might recognize as a Team Mandatory alum. As a newly formed team, the Pedros showed some major promise during the Proving Grounds and were able to achieve a plus 21 Brackenhide in 34 minutes and 9 seconds, as well as a plus 21 Ruby Life Pools in 28 minutes and 5 seconds, making for a total time of 1 hour, 2 minutes and 14 seconds, 2 minutes and 30 seconds behind rank 1 team Mandatory. The Raccoon squad will be baptized by fire as they are in Group A, which is stacked with teams who not only are looking for a ticket to global finals, but absolutely have the ability to take it. We're looking forward to seeing this squad launch into the competition, and we are so ready to spam Pedros in chat. Next up is the EU team Madge, and we hope they won't have any reason to live up to their name this season. Earning a respectable 5th place in the Proving Grounds, Lamike, Dr. J, Soda, Shele, and Roybin seem to be ready for the group stage. Madge played in Dragonflight Season 3 under the name Dogs, where they came in last in the global finals after losing 0-2 versus Bald Bandits and again 0-2 versus Team Eclipse. This time around, the squad comes to us with 1 roster swap as they exchange Velo for Roybin in the healing position. With a 34 minute and 41 second Brackenhide and a 27 minute and 59 second Ruby Life Pools, they finished TGP's first hurdle on a total time of 1 hour, 2 minutes and 41 seconds, which is 2 minutes and 57 seconds behind rank 1. The team is aiming to survive their group weekend and make it to global finals this time, which will be a challenge if past events are any indicator. As part of Group A, they will certainly have to work hard for a top 3 spot. In the end, we're hoping they end up Gladge rather than Madge. Meet Shinra Tensei, our rank 8 squad. We're happy to report that this is another NA team boasting a major player comeback, as gamer dad Nerf Tank has decided to set foot into the Mythic Plus arena once again. His key buddies of choice are all current NA rank 1 key pushers, Resto Druid DXM, Mage Riley, Shadow Priest Fu, and Augevoker Dax. If you ever peek at the live leaderboards, you will certainly recognize these names. With a 34 minute and 39 second Brackenhide and a 29 minute and 5 second Ruby Life Pools, the squad managed to gather a total time of 1 hour, 3 minutes and 44 seconds, and a spot in the Group A weekend, where they will have to outperform some big names like Mandatory and Perplexed. Faced with a challenging task such as taking on this impressive group of teams, Shinra Tensei will have to give it their all to avoid an early elimination and move forward not only in their group weekend, but also into global finals. Up next, Perplexed is Group A's ultimate veteran team. This European squad, who came in third in Season 2's TGP Global Finals just behind Echo and NA's Last Hope, finished this season's Proving Grounds with a decent, but a little surprising, rank 9. Divine Field, Ashine, Sisevi, Swag, and Wolf Disco have been known to show off during the time trials and Proving Grounds, cementing themselves as real contenders in the competition. This time around, however, the team seems to have taken a much more chill approach. With the 4th fastest Brackenhide completed in 33 minutes and 56 seconds, Perplexed was looking quite strong, but they lost a lot of time in their Ruby life pools, which they finished in 29 minutes and 49 seconds. Way too close to being depleted, ending up 1 second behind Shinra Tensei with a total time of 1 hour, 3 minutes and 45 seconds. If Perplexed can show up with the explosive performance that we know they're capable of, they should be able to comfortably claim a ticket into the global finals. The only team that made it into the top 12 with a 39 score is the EU team Exposed. Now, if you're familiar with the Race to World First scene, you might recognize this name, as this Czech guild barely missed securing a world top 10 finish in a Madrasil, finishing 11th. Kojo, Hans, Lost, Mad, and Yont stepped out of the raid group in Season 4 and fought hard to earn that final spot in the group weekend stage. With a 30 minute and 40 second Brackenhide and a 28 minute and 25 second Ruby life pools, this squad collected a total time of 59 minutes and 6 seconds, but they ended 2 key levels behind the top 19s in Brackenhide and 1 key level behind on Ruby life pools, for a total of 3 full points behind their competitors. With such a difficult start to their TGP journey, Exposed probably hate to see themselves landing in Group A, as this group is filled with 5 absolute banger teams who will all be fighting hard for a ticket to global finals. Exposed itself is a very secretive team, so not much is known about them other than the fact that they formed last season, with the exception of Yont, who tanked for last moment in Season 2. This is the first TGP for Exposed. Their ultimate goal this season is to gain some experience and go as far as possible. But we also know that anything can happen during the Great Push, and we're excited to find out if this enigmatic group has any tricks up their sleeve. And that's it for our 6 teams for Group A. We have got a stacked show this weekend, and we have no idea who's going to come out on top. Aside from the audience, of course. Who do you think is going to make it to the global finals this weekend? Let us know in the comments below, and we'll see you at the Great Push.